watching, and let us discuss the following research process according to Santos for you to know how to apply and do it. Here are the following research process cycle in which it shows the patterns or steps in doing research. On the other hand, with this in mind, the researcher's formulation of research question is of primary importance. Throughout the research process, you as a researcher make a crucial decision, particularly in the choice of methods of data collection and in the data analysis procedure. Step number 2, formulation of a hypothesis. Like for example, in formulation of hypothesis in quantitative research. Number 1 is may be used to compare the variables. Number 2 may be used to relate the variables. Number 3 may be used to describe the variables. Step number 3 is review of related literature. The primary purpose of literature review is to establish the state of current knowledge or agreement about your research topic. A literature review is not a merely chronicle of who wrote, what, and when, but an in-depth examination of text to identify and investigate more critical elements where current understanding is unclear and which the new research can address. After all, it is the lack of clarity of information that is justification for your understanding the research. Step number 4, preparation of research design. To start writing a research paper, you have to plan the research design of your study. The research design is your overall concept or strategy to put together the components of your study in a logical manner. Additionally, the design ensures that the research problem is appropriately addressed. The research problem and question shall determine the type of research design you should use. Step number 5, actual experimentation. This is an experimental where the researcher manipulates one variable and control or randomize the rest of the variables. Step number 6, result and discussion. The tabular method of presenting the data discussed here are discussed using textual analysis to explain the needed data and information. Graphical method of presenting data are illustrated using actual data from various agencies and some hypothetical data using line graphs, bar graphs, pie graph, or circle graph. Step number 7, formulation of conclusion and recommendation. Since the conclusion is the final result, it should give the final impression and it should summarize the learnings from the study. It leaves the reader in no doubt that you have answered the questions posed in your paper. It is a wrap-up of the entire project and it is a completeness. However, in formulating recommendation is easy, provided the findings and conclusions have been fully explained and completed. Recommendations are based on the findings of the study. They should not be based on your own belief or biases. They should not be too broad to lose its relevance to the exact topic of your research study. Always desire to learn something useful.